We've all heard stories about UFOs coming down and taking water out of lakes and swimming pools, but we've never gotten any video of it until now. Watch this.
What started off as a quiet night behind one Naples condo building quickly turned into the talk of the town. Monday night, a security officer was watching the cameras out back when she noticed strange lights swoop in over the pool. Take a look. At first glance, it almost looks like it's a saucer-shaped object up top, while it goes down into the pool and expands like a web, moving back and forth. After nearly 30 minutes of this, it starts to disappear. Security officer Deborah Lee Thomas says bugs fly up to their cameras all the time, but this was further away, dipping in and out of the pool, which is why she showed the video to managers.
Was down on the ground, but some of that webbing was longer and it made a funnel down into the pool. And whatever it was doing in the pool, I do not know.
I think this is unbelievable. I've never seen anything like this, and it lasted for more than 20 minutes.
Let's take a closer look at a still shot image of that film. Yeah, that looks like a saucer to me. For years and years, we've been getting reports about flying saucers taking water out of lakes, streams, and swimming pools. I never thought they'd get a picture of it, but finally they did. I'm very, very impressed. And you know what else I just noticed? Look at the water level of that pool. Notice that spot like the pool light? Normally that would be underneath the water, but notice in this photograph it's above the water. That's how much water that UFO had taken out of that swimming pool. That is a lot of water. This just, to me, it's very, very amazing. Now I slowed this down 40% so we could get a better look at it. Notice the water level on the pool going down. The ship starting to appear. It's like it materialized. It's got that light underneath it. This is bizarre. And remember, they said this took place between 20 to 30 minutes. Unbelievable. Great footage. And I can't explain that shape at the end. That is so bizarre looking. It just blows my mind. I thought you'd like that. I liked it. Now we're going to talk about how this whole subject of ufology is becoming so mainstream. Take a look at this.
It's called The Vault, the FBI's digital reading room, where any of us can go online and view the Bureau's most notorious cases. Guess which is the most popular file? John Dillinger's? Jimmy Hoffa's? Nope.
Since we opened the vault, it's been this memo about flying discs or flying saucers, and it relates to an allegation that we heard from a third hand, saying that the Air Force had found a couple of saucers out in the New Mexico desert.
No, can't be. I mean, most people want to read about Machine Gun Kelly and Al Capone, right?
You would think so, but this memo itself has gotten over 1 million page views in 2 years since we put it up. Al Capone doesn't make our top 50.
The memo's all of 2 paragraphs. Agent Guy Huddle, then head of the FBI's Washington field office, writes that an Air Force investigator stated that 3 so-called flying saucers had been recovered in New Mexico. They were described as being circular in shape with raised centers, approximately 50 feet in diameter. Not only that, each one was occupied by 3 bodies of human shape, but only 3 feet tall, dressed in metallic cloth of a very fine texture. Each body was bandaged in a manner similar to the blackout suits used by speed flyers and test pilots. John Fox is the FBI's historian.
This was never followed up on, right?
No, in fact, it says right here, no further evaluation was attempted concerning the above.
Why not?
From what's written here, from what we can read, it certainly looks like they thought that this was third-hand information, that this was not necessarily a hoax, which it could well have been, but that someone was simply reporting hearsay.
And it was more for the Air Force to look into, along with countless other reports of UFOs in Roswell, New Mexico and elsewhere, reports that were never substantiated. One reason the memo from Agent Hoddle went viral is because when the FBI vault was set up online 2 years ago, tabloids seized on that memo, saying it appeared to back up theories that aliens exist.
And another UFO sighting has been reported recently.
These images, snapped by Alan Epling, has the man stumped. And that's saying something coming from a long-time amateur astronomer.
I know a satellite when I see it. I track satellites with my ham radio and the telescope.
But this object is like nothing he's ever seen.
We were just sitting around talking, and she said, there's a strange airplane in the sky.
So Epling went to take a closer look.
Like you had a giant mirror in the sky reflecting sunlight.
And he saw something very different.
And so I thought, well, there's a shiny helicopter or plane hovering up there. I'm going to look at it. I got my binoculars out, and when I looked through the binoculars, I was stunned. This was no helicopter, and this was no plane. And in fact, this is what I saw.
For 2.5 hours, he watched and photographed this object as it hung in the air until eventually it disappeared. And he wasn't alone. Police say they received numerous calls, and Epling found other observers online.
You're asking me if I think it's an earthly origin.
All that's left to ask, what is it?
I think it is.
By definition, it remains an unidentified flying object.
And it's still a UFO until it's identified.
Ah, but I saved my piece de resistance for the last part of the video. It's from MUFON. Some images that were sent up to MUFON. Starts out a little slow, so you get a little taste, you know. But at the end, piece de resistance.
I'm still watching this, whatever it is, because it looks really strange. How I see it, it's totally different than in the video. It looks like light from something, because this is not a star, it's very close, and it looks strange. Almost 4 a.m. in Egypt, Makadi. Amazing how it looks in real. Wow.
Oh, that's definitely moving. Thank you.
Did it go away?
Yep, it vanished. No, it's still there. It's still there. See it? It's down the line. See, it's like it's still there. See it moving?
Can you see it? I'm there now. What the hell is out there? Something red flying through the air there. Can you see that? Goodness me, where's that gone? There it is. That is bright red. It's just past that big red, that light now. Look at it, it's still going. It's absolutely bright red. That's it gone. Thursday caught New Year's night. I've never seen a red thing like that before flying across.
Not only do I like these pictures, I like the story behind it. The lady wrote, "My husband was in the bathroom when I walked in. I glanced through the high window and noticed what I thought was a blurry star. Then another and another. I leaned forward and noticed the lights were taking the shape of an arc. I said to my husband that was odd. That's when my husband looked up, and he too remarked how odd it was. I got out my phone and started taking a couple of pictures. And this is what I call the best vacation photo ever. Look beside the guy's head." Very good picture. I love it. This is from Lima, Peru.
Un platillo volador. ¿Qué es eso?
¿Qué será?
Ajá.
No, eso no es.
Esta es una rueda negra.
This one's so good, I want to show it to you again. I'm slowing it down. Notice the light at the bottom of the ship. This is a really great shot. I really, really like this. Now I've really slowed it down and really zoomed in on it. And again, notice the light at the bottom of the ship. So you got to ask yourself, is that one of ours or is that one of theirs? So notice they didn't show that in America. You didn't see it on MSNBC, ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN, Fox News. But yet they show it on TV in Mexico. That film clip, the last one, was a Mexican film crew was out doing a story when all of a sudden the ship popped up in midair. They turned around the cameras and filmed it. Great film footage. Some amazing sights today. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, hit that like button. If you really liked it, hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to support this channel, hit the Patreon button. Would really, really appreciate it. Y'all have a great day. Until next time, bye-bye.